Dr. Ken Elliott and his wife Jocelyn were a devoted couple who had dedicated their lives to serving the people of Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in West Africa. They had moved there from Perth, Australia, in 1972 and had built a medical clinic in the town of Djibo, near the borders with Niger and Mali. Dr. Elliott was the only surgeon in the region, providing free or low-cost care to thousands of patients every year. But their peaceful and humanitarian work was shattered on the night of January 15, 2016, when they were abducted from their home by armed men. The kidnappers were members of the Emirate of the Sahara, a branch of al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, AQM, a terrorist group that operates across the Sahel region. The abduction coincided with a deadly attack by AQM on a hotel and cafe in Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, which killed at least 29 people. The motive for the kidnapping was unclear, but some speculated that it was a ransom demand, a political statement, or a retaliation for French military intervention in Mali. The Burkina Faso government and its allies launched a massive search operation to find and rescue the couple, but they were taken across the border into Mali, where AQM has strongholds and hideouts. The Elliott's ordeal lasted for more than 7 years, during which they were held in harsh and isolated conditions, constantly on the move to avoid detection. They were separated soon after their capture, and Jocelyn was released after about 3 weeks as a gesture of goodwill by AQM. She was handed over to Niger authorities and then flown back to Burkina Faso, where she was greeted by the president and other officials. Jocelyn never gave up hope for her husband's release and pleaded with his captors to let him go. She said he was an elderly man who had served the community of Djibo and the Sahel for more than half his lifetime. She also appealed to the Australian government and the international community to do everything possible to secure his freedom. Dr. Elliott's fate remained unknown for years, as there was little communication or proof of life from his kidnappers. He was one of several foreign hostages held by AQM and its affiliates, some of whom were killed or died in captivity. His family and friends prayed for his safety and well-being, and campaigned for his release through social media and public events. Finally, on May 18, 2023, after more than 7 years of captivity, Dr. Elliott was freed by his captors. The circumstances and reasons for his release are still unclear, but it is believed that it involved negotiations between AQM and various intermediaries, including governments and humanitarian organizations. Dr. Elliott was safe and well, despite his age and ordeal. He was reunited with his wife Jocelyn and their children, who had flown to West Africa to meet him. The Australian government confirmed Dr. Elliott's release and expressed its relief and gratitude. Foreign Minister Penny Wong said that Dr. Elliott and his family had shown remarkable strength and resilience through the most difficult of circumstances. She also thanked the Australian officials who had worked tirelessly to secure his release and provide support to his family. Dr. Elliott's release was welcomed by his former patients and colleagues in Djibo, who had missed him dearly and hoped for his return. They remembered him as a kind and generous doctor who had saved many lives and improved many more. They also praised Jocelyn for her courage and dedication to continue running the clinic in her husband's absence. Dr. Elliott and his family have asked for privacy as they recover from their ordeal and rebuild their strength. They have also expressed their sympathy and prayers for those still held captive by AQM and other extremist groups. They have not yet decided whether they will return to Australia or stay in Burkina Faso.